All right, guys. So I got a bit of an announcement. I have been working for the last month or so on creating a new service that will essentially take the powerful stuff that happened at Sync Up. For those of you that are not aware, Sync Up was our first in-person event where I put you, sync licensing producers and composers, in the same room with library CEOs and just decision makers in our industry that essentially I wanted to create a platform and a place for you guys to directly communicate with them, for them to directly communicate with you, and for all of us to feel a little bit more informed in terms of how we should be serving each other and best pitching our music out there to the right companies, to the right people, and preparing ourselves accordingly. The amazing thing about that was that we've already had, I think, 15 or even 20 success stories of people that have already made those direct connections and are now working with those libraries. So Sync Up was definitely a success. It actually has already real success stories attached to it. So I'm really proud of that, really excited for that. But it made me think, why do we have to do this just once a year, right? Do we have to now wait until June of next year to create another opportunity to get these sort of, library CEOs and maybe music supervisors in the same room for us to talk to them and get some communication going? And it's like, that's not good enough. We shouldn't be waiting for an entire year to find out now what's going on in their world and with their clients, right? So I thought, why don't we create a way to get in touch with these people on a monthly basis? And it will definitely be virtually. It'll definitely be through Zoom, because we want to make sure that we, keep our expenses low to make sure this is very affordable for you guys to be able to participate, and that we can sort of compensate the, decision makers, CEOs, supervisors, to make sure that we can snag some of their time and get some really high quality, energy from them and some attention on us, our questions, and our music. So what's going to be coming up this coming Monday is a new service I've put together called Sync Connect. And the whole idea with Sync Connect is to put you on monthly Zoom calls with music library CEOs and supervisors so that we can ask them directly the kinds of stuff that we were asking them back in June at Sync Up. What are they looking for? What projects are they working on? What kind of composers do they currently have? What kind of composers would be attractive to them, right? All of these very, very important questions that you guys are kind of want to know in terms of how do you best serve and how do you know which library you essentially want to work with, okay? This is the kind of stuff that you will not find from a static website. Like, even though I have provided you guys tons of music library recommendations over the years through my directory, through the SyncEdge service, it's usually just static information that we're working with, which we can get some insights from that. But this is going to take it a layer deeper, because we're now going to be able to talk directly to the human beings that are making the decisions at these companies in terms of which composers they bring on, which TV clients that they're actually serving, how they're running their business, how they're running their operation. And so we're going to get basically the inside scoop on how to be more useful to these people that we really need to create those direct relationships with. As you guys know, that is the only path, I believe, that will create a legitimate career for yourself in this industry, is directly connecting with the decision makers. So I don't have any more details I'm going to share with you guys today about Sync Connect, but I will share you this. There's going to be a heavy, a big incentive for you guys to join us sooner than later. And it's definitely going to be starting off with a bang in terms of we're going to have a lot of amazing high quality guests that are sort of stacked up into the first couple of months of this service. So I'm also going to try to get you guys to have a lot of access to a lot of important people very early on in this service, so that you can kind of kick off your, end of summer into fall season with some amazing, powerful insights to not only get your questions answered, but to potentially, get your tracks reviewed by these library CEOs and supervisors. That's going to be another really important part of this deal. I guess the last thing I want to share with you that I'm really excited about, and I've never done this before with any service I've ever launched. If you do work with us through Sync Connect and you do submit a track to a particular library CEO, if on the call, the Zoom session, they say, I love this, I need this now, let's work together. If you get that kind of response from any one of the guests that are in the service, I will personally see to it that you get personally directly connected with that CEO or music supervisor or editor or whoever it is. I will basically email you two right after the session and connect you off so that you guys can decide how you want to work together. That's something I've never done before. Again, I'm not taking any writer share or publisher share. I'm not a middleman. I'm not in the middle of your guys' relationship, but I'm basically just going to be a sort of broker of your relationship and make sure that you get directly connected to the person who said they loved your music. So that's the one and only time I've ever offered some sort of a service or a guarantee like that. Of course, it's up to the CEO or the library or the supervisor if they want to. They don't have to accept any music, but if they find that it's just amazing, then I'm going to make sure that you guys get connected on it. So I expect we're going to have a couple of those really exciting success stories that you guys are going to get your foot in the door as a result of Sync Connect. So the big part of this is, again, solving the problem of a lack of communication. We have a big problem in our industry. You guys know, getting rejected, getting the canned, generic, no thank you emails. We've all gotten them, right? And we've gotten ghosted many times. I have as well. And we cannot expect these supervisors and these CEOs who should be focusing on their TV clients and their current roster of composers to give a lot of extra time to just submitting composers that are just trying to get their foot in the door. It's kind of unrealistic. It just is unrealistic to expect them to give us extra hours. But that problem, I hope I've solved it with Sync Connect. So stay tuned. Some exciting announcements are coming this coming Monday, August. I don't know actually what the date is, but this coming Monday. This is a Friday. You're watching this video, so this is basically in 3 days from today. So I will email all of you guys that you're on my email list, and I will definitely make my announcement video here on Monday morning around 5 or 6 a.m. Pacific time. I'm an early publisher here on YouTube. So I'm excited. Stay tuned, and I think you guys are going to see some amazing things coming your way as a result of Sync Connect.